What up, Time Code? It's your man, DJ Memetic here. Just setting off this first Time Code podcast for our anniversary season. Now, you're going to notice something when you watch this podcast. It's that it does not look or potentially sound as good as this recording right now. And that's not because we didn't try, and it's really because, and I won't say we didn't prepare, but I will say that we were moving fast and may not have connected all the cables up. You know, these things happen. The point is, this is the first step on our journey, and it might be a little bit bumpy, but we're going to smooth it out as we continue on. So just stay locked in with us. This is a cool conversation between your Time Code crew, myself, Trevor Walker, Seiiizi, and we talk a little bit about the event we got coming up at Cassette Bar. That's 2557 baseline, and it's in the West End. So we talk about what's good about the West End and what's good about doing something at a new hi-fi listening bar out there, what that's all about. We get into a little bit of our history with cassettes as a format. Trevor Walker flexes on us in a very humble way. And then we talk a little bit about what the people can expect from this event, where we're going to be breaking down the process of making the Timecode Tapes Vol.1. We're going to be making the master version of that project to duplicate, to have some copies at the anniversary on the 21st with the hallucination. So we talk about what the people can expect from the night, as well as, you know, where the venue is and a little bit about our history with the formats. And like I said, expect this level of video and audio going forward. But for now, fuck with us. Okay, hello and welcome everybody to the Timecode Pre-Party Podcast. My name is DJ Memetic. I'm here with my cohorts, Mr. Trevor Walker and Seiiizi. First of all, let's talk about where we're at. I'm in the studio right now. Seiiizi, where are you at?
I'm literally at the parking lot outside my workplace right now.
Okay, keep the workplace undisclosed. That's all good. Undisclosed workplace. Trevor, where you at?
I'm at home.
Okay, that's what's up. It's a beautiful Saturday. We are recording this on Saturday, October 5th. Is that
It's
the
the
date?
4th.
It's the 4th. My bad. Don't let me rush it. We're recording
the week
this on
before the
October
11th.
4th.
The 10th.
The week before the 10th. Week before we set off the Timecode anniversary season with the jaunt at Cassette, where we're going to be doing a special listening party style event, and we're going to be sharing some music, both from the Timecode tapes, listening to that and talking about that, but then also sharing some B-sides and unreleased music and some stuff that we're going to put on a special B-side for anybody who wants to pick up a tape on November 21st when we do our anniversary at Gridworks with Hallucination. So that's a lot of talking, but it's all just to say that this is our show before our first show on Friday at Cassette. We're looking forward to it. And yeah, I mean, I just wanted to, you know, as I said, like, you know, talk a little bit about what we're trying to do. And it's really just about doing a little bit of something more interactive, or interactive in a different way than music and dancing, and just sharing a little bit with the people. And so, like, I'm interested from you guys, like, why, you know, I remember when we first talked about doing this, you know, you guys were down from the jump, and I'm just interested from you guys, like, what interests you about doing something like this, or even about Cassette as a venue? Because I know, Trevor, you're about to start doing some stuff there, so, like, you know, for the both of you, because we've both been there in different contexts, what do you like about what's going on in the West End at Cassette and Baked Goods?
Well, it's cool to have a venue actually in the West End. It's, I think, well, not quite the suburbs, but I don't think there's anything like it in the area. Doing, I mean, vinyl, let alone doing vinyl. There's so few venues that do vinyl right now. Apparently, there's some more that are popping up. I've heard through the grapevine, but in the West End, I don't think there is anything that I can think of. And they have a cool kind of, I mean, the whole vibe behind the place is quite cool. It seems, you know, they're doing really interesting stuff, monthlies and weeklies, from what I can tell. And yeah, I'm honored to be included on a monthly basis. I actually gonna right after we hop off this, I gotta go and get my crates together for tonight.
That's what's up. So you're
But yeah,
gonna preview the decks for us and let us know what we have to look forward to, etc.
well, I actually did last month, but
Okay.
this will be the second
So talk about the
install.
experience of DJing there too, because it's not just that they do vinyl, but they kind of do it right, and they do it in a particular kind of way.
Yeah, I mean they've got a nice mixer. They got new decks. The I forget the name of the mixer. Anyway, you'll
The
know.
Euphonia.
I'm not a gearhead.
We all know
Euphonia,
the
that's it.
Euphonia. We'll put some pictures of
It's
it.
nice to mix on. It's a nice, and they've got a proper hi-fi system. I mean, there's still, I think they're still working out bugs, and there's still some things that need to be
Early days.
hammered out. It's still early days, but it was nice to play there last month. Sounds pretty good. Again, a little bit of tweaking here and there, but I think it should be coming together pretty shortly, from what I understand.
Very cool.
Yeah, and it's a nice kind of down to earth venue. Food's good. Staff's really cool. Clientele that I saw were pretty cool people. So
nice.
I think it's very promising. Very promising venue.
And Seiiizi.
And yeah, the neighborhood needs it.
I mean,
that area.
Like I had the experience of going to Baked Goods. I remember seeing they did like a little contest on Instagram a couple years ago. It was like win a record of like a Tribe Called Quest, like Midnight Marauders or something like that. And I was like, okay, there's a new record shop, and I was like, okay, I literally thought it was like a cafe that like had records that like had like a few records. So when I first went there, I was like, oh, it's not even like there's not even any pastries or cookies. Like I thought I was gonna go and pull up and get like a cookie or something. But nah, they got a treat of a different kind. They got like a nice selection of records. I really liked their 45 selection. Like I was digging in there, and I caught like a few gems that I was like really happy to find.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I feel like from Baked Goods being the record spot to now having Cassette, like I feel like it's a really good look for the city, and the scene to like have a spot where it's dedicated to more analog, like DJ culture. Because I feel like the scene is growing, and it's been changing over the past like 3 years, since COVID. But I haven't really seen like more nights dedicated to like just CDJs or just you know what I mean, just vinyl. I feel like nowadays more people are leaning towards the like whole Serato, and then like crates on the laptop vibe, and just like kind of living in the queue world where it's just like I'm just going to the next song that I like from my next queue point, and then like playing with the queues. Like a lot of the videos you're seeing online with like DJing where they're just kind of like hitting like different queue points.
Yeah,
So
for sure.
I'm seeing like a lot of that as like the basis for like club nights, and it's very like pointed to like either like a brand or a genre. So there would be like 90s vibe, and it would just be like like I know Pizza Party, Grown Ass Pizza Party, they're doing that type of vibe where it's just 90s and it's just like all remixes, and it's basically just like using Serato, using the stems and stuff like that. So I feel like that's been more of the
That's been the
direction that the
trend.
scene's been
Yeah.
taking. Yeah, that's been the trend, and I'm really happy to see that there's a spot that's more dedicated to you know the OG style of like playing vinyl and having like a rotary mixer, and like having you know actual bookshelf speakers versus like
Yeah, for sure.
powered like powered speakers, like a PA system type of thing. So I haven't been to Cassette yet, so I'm excited to pull up on the tent and see what the vibe is like. Yeah.
Yeah, and I've been through, and we actually I was through there last week, and we were testing out a bunch of the I was just testing out a bunch of the gear that we were going to be using to record the master on. Just because folks may not be aware, what we're going to be doing that night, we're going to be recording a master copy of the Timecode tapes, as well as a bunch of stuff on the B side. We're going to be recording that as well, and the copy that we record that night is what we're going to use to duplicate and have some tapes for sale on the 21st. And so it's special in that we're creating something that will go out to the masses together that night. And so I've been to Cassette testing out some of the gear that we were going to be using to record, and that was really fun because we got into a whole bunch of different cassette decks, the Nakamichi, the old Pioneer joints, all different kinds. And so we've been testing and sort of playing around, and yeah, I think we're gonna have fun that night in terms of just the look and feel of what we got going on. And then also like yeah, the sonics of it are gonna be I think they're gonna be really special. And so like in terms of the tapes, some folks have asked like why do cassettes now, or what is the deal with the cassette market in general, because not a lot of people know that cassettes are kind of on their way back around, like not in the same way that vinyl is, and vinyl hasn't really gone anywhere in some regards. It's gone down, but it hasn't gone anywhere. Cassettes have felt like they were gone away for a while, but now we're seeing them reemerge. Have you guys been noticing this trend in terms of just like seeing more people engaging with cassettes?
I mean, I've seen cassettes seem to be around. Yeah, I mean, it's yeah, it's interesting. I mean, I'm kind of personally, I'm done with cassettes. I mean, that
Listen,
was
I
the
have
'90s for me. I mean, it's cool that it's making a comeback. I mean, everything that's old is new again. So that I mean, it's cool. It's cool in that aspect of things. But yes, I have noticed that it's been making, sort of a comeback for sure.
Seiiizi.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like cassettes have always been like a little niche pocket in terms of like like more like a DIY vibe. Like
Mm,
I know like even to this day like some rock bands or like as merch like they'll still have like some cassette tapes that are available for purchase type of thing, and it's just to like have something there that they can like offer to like an audience member if they are enjoying the experience that they've created. But I haven't really seen like cassettes other than in like thrift stores, and it's just like very novelty cassettes, like maybe it's like Backstreet Boys or something like that.
nah, I'm saying I've definitely
you know
seen a bunch of people releasing on cassette, like the new 6-2. He released that. I think there's some cassettes of that. And I know my man Vex definitely releases stuff on cassette, all kinds of stuff. And actually, it's cool because we're actually working with Baked Goods, Vex and the crew to actually reproduce our cassettes. So it's all being made in Ottawa. You know what I'm saying? Hometown style. Sort of like handcrafted joints. So like I think that's cool. And I think it's a lower barrier to entry than vinyl for sure to getting into a physical format. And in some ways, I mean, I feel like it's a bit more. I don't know if maybe it's a bit more fun than CDs. For me, it is anyway. But yeah, no, I mean the cassette thing is interesting, and obviously it's the name of the place that we're working at, that we're going to be doing the event at, and so clearly they see something going on with cassettes as well. Do you guys have any particular memories making cassettes? Like me, like I grew up making tapes. Certainly, like when hip hop was emerging, I was taping it off the radio before I was buying records or CDs. And making mixtapes for people was like a big part of my youth. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if that was the same for you guys.
Um, well, I don't know if you want to go first, Seiiizi, but
oh, I'll go for shit. Yeah, like yeah, no, I didn't really have that experience with cassette. Like the first thing I started with was burning CDs, so
Right.
I kind of skipped that little cassette timeline.
Era. Yeah.
Yeah, but I remember, like for my first album that I put out called Wave Space on Bandcamp, I made a couple of cassettes on there, and I recorded like a couple of my favorite tracks on on the on two sides. So
Okay.
I had like a few of them, but I didn't really continue to record onto tape. But it's crazy because I found a little tape deck, like a tape recorder, like a reel to reel,
Oh, word.
and I'm trying to see if I can get it fixed so I can start using it again.
Do some tape loops and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what's
Yeah,
up. You got to bring some of
yeah.
that stuff to the session, by the way, from the first album to play for the people, man.
All right, I got you. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, making cassettes was a big thing. I had a double cassette deck. I would record my master on DAT, and then run, duplication myself on whatever. I can't remember what the term. I still have it in the basement. I think my cassette player. So yeah, I mean, 90s. I was doing cassettes until CDs came along. So I had a series of, I can't remember what they were called now, but yeah, I mean, I probably put out maybe, I don't know, 30, maybe 40 mixtapes of home mixes.
A casual
maybe
30, 40
live.
Tapes, no big deal.
I can't remember. I'm guessing. It's probably less than that. We'll see.
Nah, that's what's up.
But I mean, that was the only way to do your mixtapes.
Well, yeah, for sure.
I used to sell them at the shops. I'd get my covers done by friends, and it was really DIY. The first kind of. So yeah, I mean, I've had and maybe that's why I'm not that enamored with cassettes.
Yeah,
it's a long, tedious process of actually making the cassettes and actually, doing the recording, making sure they're 45 or however minutes they were on each side. That was also a constriction.
For sure.
I guess CDs became a little bit more constricted because they were only...
Yeah, because you basically...
They weren't even 90 minutes.
No, you got 79.
You get 110-minute tape.
That's what I'm saying. The big 110s was when you got crazy. The big 110s, the 120s. I used to have a couple of those, the Maxell 120s, and those were like gold. But the thing about those is the tapes were really thin. And they were easier to pop because, you know what I'm saying? Because you had to fit 120 minutes on the reel. No,
for sure. I mean, used to use chrome tapes, so I used to keep it pretty high quality.
The Maxell,
and I would use metal. I used metal tapes as my master until I got a DAT. So.
Right. No, that's cool, man. It's cool that you had your own. And for those who don't know, DAT is digital audio tape, and that was a form of tape recording. Or a form of recording that people would use to record masters. It was predominantly used in the broadcast world. But then
pre-CDs.
Yeah, exactly, pre-CDs. And then sort of like in between DATs and CDs, there was also like, what were those little, you know what I'm talking about? Those little cartridges, the mini disc players.
Mini disc, yeah.
Yeah, and that was sort of like that little in-between era. But yeah, no, for sure. For sure. That's dope, man. We got to find some of those old tapes. Where are those at?
I'm not sure if I still have any here. Maybe.
Oh, man.
I'm not sure.
Dig that out.
They're out there.
Look, I
hear every so often people come up and they say they've still got my old tapes, and I'm like, oh, okay, cool.
Anybody who's got some of these tapes, tag up Timecode if you got one.
Yo.
Tag up Timecode. We want to see some of these old Trevor Walker tapes.
Huh?
But yeah, man. Anyway, so we're gonna be there. What up?
Yo, that would be dope to do like something like that, or we just bring like all the different type of like, ways that we set like formats of like carrying audio or like data or.
There's all sorts of physical formats, man. I mean, it's just a matter of having the players and all that stuff, but yeah, I mean, that's part of what sort of doing something on tape is about, is sort of like, going back to some of these older ways and reflecting on some of that too, you know what I'm saying?
For sure.
And so like, we're going to be there on the 21st. It's going to be a listening party. Like, I haven't done a listening party in a long time, just sitting with folks and talking about
on
music.
The 10th.
On the 10th. Sorry, my bad. On the 10th. Thank you for getting my dates right. 21st is the anniversary in November, but on the 10th, we're going to be, we're going to be in the house talking to folks about the process of making music and about sort of our impressions of doing these records. So I'm going to ask you guys right now, Trevor, what was the first thing that you thought when you heard the Smoke Break joint with your story on it? Because I've heard from multiple people that they really like that song.
Oh yeah?
Not just the beat, but then just the whole storytelling aspect of it.
Well, I mean, I don't know. It's funny, even doing radio, but hearing my voice on the tune, I was like, oh, jeez.
Come on, man.
Yeah, I mean, it's cool. It's cool for sure. I mean, I I would have if I'd known. I think I would have maybe enunciated or spoken differently if I'd known it was going to be used in that way. So
It was
I mean,
raw though. It felt good. I mean, I think it
it
felt
is
good
what
on the
it is. You
recording.
know, it
Yeah.
is what it is at this moment. You know, I mean, I'm on the radio. I'm always talking, so I shouldn't be bothered by my voice, but
Yeah.
I'm bothered by my voice
Okay.
in general. So
Well, even the great ones have those feelings. So just so
nothing
the
great
people
here.
know. So the people know. And
There's
and Seiiizi, I mean, there was a bunch of work that you did on this record, but there was a bunch of stuff that didn't go on to it. So I'm curious from you, like, what of the stuff that didn't go on did you most were you thinking about? Oh, I would have liked to put that on, or are you most looking forward to putting on the B sides of the record?
I'm excited for the B sides. You know, like I might pull up something like one of the remixes that I was showing you. I might pull up something like that for the
Yeah.
B side or something like this. But in terms of like hearing Smoke Break for the first time, I was like, oh snap! I didn't even realize like you made that connection. Like you explained it to me. You're like, yeah, like Trevor was talking about, going for a long smoke break, and then you named this track Smoke Break, and it's crazy because as I was making that track, like I just came in, like I was recording with a friend, and they were like, yo, can you show me how to like make beats? Like, how do you make beats? And then I was like, okay, okay. I was like, let's go smoke, and I'm gonna come back, and I'm gonna show you how I get down. So yeah, it was literally like right after we smoked. Then I was like, okay, I'm gonna do something, and then like yeah, it was just like okay, I like this vibe, and then I kind of just put everything together like really roughly in like about like 20 minutes or so, and then I was like, okay, this is fire, like this is it, and yeah, just to name it, I just called it Smoke Break because I feel like that was the mood that I was in when I made it.
Yeah, and it all connected. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I
yeah,
think
it's funny how it came together.
that's fun.
yeah.
That was the cool part for me, like sort of like connecting these moments. You know what I'm saying? And sort of like, and bringing it all together in the song. And like, yeah, I've heard from lots of people that they just like to hear stories told like that to music and sort of like nostalgic, but like on some different stuff. You know what I'm saying? And so,
Well,
yeah,
I'm glad people like it. I mean, I'm glad people like it. It's just it's, I guess on a personal level, I'm like, yeah, that's weird.
Yeah, and then I guess just looking ahead to the 21st, like we already know, like you know what I'm saying, like the part of the reason that we're doing this is so that we have these cassettes ready and manufactured so that folks can pick them up on the 21st at the
Hmm.
event with Hallucination at Gridworks. It's going to be a blowout. Tickets for that are going to go on sale right after this event at Cassette. And so probably like the Monday after Monday after the 10th, these tickets are going to go on sale for Hallucination. So grab your ticks, grab your tapes, and yeah, meet us on the dance floor. On that note, we'll wrap it up, and we just want to say peace. Thanks to everybody for locking in. It's going to be a dope season, and like I said before, we'll see you on the dance floor.